Did you know that the whole Philippine archipelago is owned by a single family? Ridiculous! How can they own the Philippines? Why in the long time that has passed has this family presented itself just now? Maybe this is just a made-up story by a few to fool and take advantage of the public for selfish interests. There are just a few of the questions and doubts whenever the story is heard. But as is said, if there are questions and doubts, there is reason for study. The whole Philippine archipelago is owned by a single family and is said to be unbelievable, really unbelievable. Yet this has truth. As a matter of fact, this story is supported by the following: title, court decision, writs of execution, sheriff's return, annotation behind titles, certification by government official that proves the titles aren't fake.
Na ang mga titulo ay hindi peke. Ang 21 volume ng
These 21 volumes by the court that validates the story cannot be falsified.
Hindi maaaring falsipikahin. Pinatotohanan pa ito ng ilan sa mga dating.
It was confirmed by some former Solicitor Generals and eventually by Supreme Court magistrates Felix Macasyar, Antonio Barredo, and Hugo Gutierrez.
Naging tagapagtanggol naman ng pamilya ang ilan sa mga tanyag na
In the family's defense were some famous lawyers in Philippine history, such as former President Ferdinand E. Marcos, former Senator Lorenzo Tañada, Claro M. Recto, Jose Jocno, Emmanuel Perez, Jose Yulo, Virgilio Papa.
Sa kasalukuyan,
At present, the defense of the Tallano family is attorney Homobono Adaza. The mentioned are known respectable and skilled in the field of law in the country who would not as easily believe without basis.
na hindi basta-basta naniniwala ng walang batayan. Maaaring ang kwentong ito
This story might change history as presented in books, where the commonly accepted version is that we were only discovered by foreigners.
lamang ng mga dayuhan. Subalit naririto na sa buong kapuluan.
Yet already here in the islands were our ancestors even before the foreign conquerors arrived on the shores.
Mananako. At sila
And they were ruled by one family that now is said to own the whole Philippines.
may-ari ng Pilipinas. Sila ang mga
They are the Tagean-Tallano clans,
Taliano.
currently represented by their Prince Julian Morden Tallano.
Prince Julian Morden Tallano. Pero teka,
But wait,
papaano ba nagsimula
how does this story
ang kwentong
begin?
ito? Bago pa man ang pananakop ng mga
Before the Spanish invasion, the whole archipelago and the islands of Guam and Hawaii
at Hawaii
were known as MAHARLIKA.
bilang Maharlika. Ang Maharlika ay isang kaharian.
MAHARLIKA is a kingdom under the Tagean-Tallano Clan from the 9th until the 15th century.
Hanggang ika-15 siglo. Isa sa mga hari ng Maharlika.
One of the kings of MAHARLIKA is King Luisung Tagean-Tallano,
ama ni
father of Raja Lapu-Lapu and Raja Soliman.
Tulad ng iba pang kaharian,
Just like the other kingdoms,
mga hari
the lands of the king and his family are passed on to and divided amongst the next generation of their clan.
ng kanilang angkan. Ganito
This is what happened in the whole archipelago. When the Spaniards conquered the archipelago, land grabbing became widespread, along with the practice of heavy taxes.
ng mataas na buwis.
Because of this, the heirs of Luisung Tagean-Tallano appealed to the Queen of Spain against the abuses of the Spaniards.
Laban sa pangangabuso ng mga Kastila. Bilang tugon,
In response, King Philip commanded the return of ownership of the whole archipelago to the Tagean-Tallano clan.
noong Noong 1762, dumating ang
In 1762, the British Royal Army arrived in Manila to fight the Spanish forces. In 1764, the Britons defeated the Spaniards. The British government issued Royal Decree Protocol 01-4 based on the laws of the West Indies that amended the ownership rights of King Philip of Spain in the Philippines and awarded the ownership rights of the archipelago to Tagean-Tallano Clan.
Sa mga angkan ng Tagean-Tallano.
This was recognized by Spain after the peace agreements between the royal governments of Spain and Britain.
Ng mga royal government ng Espanya at Bretanya. Nang matalo ng Estados Unidos ang Espanya sa Battle of Manila Bay.
When the United States defeated Spain in the Battle of Manila Bay, the two countries ended the war by signing an agreement that became known as the Treaty of Paris, where Spain sold the Philippines for the price of $20 million. The person who paid the amount in US gold coins was Don Esteban Benitez Tallano.
Esteban Benitez Tallano.
The Oficiana del Cabildo recognized and validated the Royal Decree Protocol 01-4 and was recognized as Titulo de Compra in favor of Prince Lacan Acuña Urihal Bolquia Tallano.
Tagean-Tallano.
Don Esteban Benitez Tallano is the great-grandfather of Prince Julian Morden Tallano. Under the American government, the property of the Tallano clan was validated all the more when Act No. 496 was passed, which transformed the Titulo de Compra as Torrens title. In this effect, the Tallano title was recognized as Original Certificate of Title, or OCT 01-4, on the 3rd of October, 1904. The Torrens title cannot be cancelled, even in the passage of millions of years. The title's owner's rights takes precedence in removal of whoever occupies land in the territory covered. The Torrens title cannot be beaten by whatever or whoever has the title. In the Philippines, no title was issued earlier than OCT 01-4. Land is among the most important riches of man, yet it is more than riches. Land is life. That is why countless people risk their lives against those who claim the land that is actually not theirs. Yet how many more lives need to be lost? The story of the Tallanos is the story of the Philippines. The story of many Filipinos who lost rights to land in their own country. Defended by the Tallanos not solely for their own interests, the family hopes to return to the Philippines for the benefit of the Filipino majority.
Para sa kapakinabangan ng mayoryang Filipino.